Know the difference with Annex Wealth Management. So as the year winds down, many high net worth families are taking stock of their finances and looking for smarter moves before December 31st. The year end can be a powerful time to fine tune some tax strategies, investment portfolios, and charitable giving, especially with the markets and tax rules shifting. Lots happened over the past few months. Whether it's managing capital gains or maximizing deductions or setting up future flexibility, there are plenty of opportunities to end this year financially strong. So joining us to unpack it all, Marilou Davido, Senior Wealth Manager at Annex Wealth Management. Hi, Marilou.
Hi, Joe.
How should high net worth individuals approach, let's say, charitable giving as the year end approaches?
Well, there's two really good strategies that I'm a fan of. QCDs, Qualified Charitable Distributions, as well as a DAF, or Donor Advised Fund. We love our acronyms. Both of those can really be helpful when we're dealing with charitable donations. But there's a very big difference between the two of them, and it's the timing at which you can use those strategies. On the QCD side, or the Qualified Charitable Distribution, you have to reach 70 and a half before you can use that strategy. A DAF, you can use at any point in time during your life. So that's an important distinction between the two. So on the QCD side, it's essentially allowing you to do a distribution from a tax-deferred or tax-qualified account like an IRA and give that money directly to charity, tax-free. So normally a distribution from an IRA would be taxable, but if you elect to make the payee the charity, it's a tax-free distribution from the IRA. So it's a really nice strategy. There are limits as to how much you can do in a year. The really nice thing, though, with QCDs is that they do count towards your required minimum distribution. So over the last several years, the RMD age has increased from 70 and a half to 73 or 75 in a few years from now. But the QCD age has stayed at 70 and a half. So at 70 and a half, you can start making those QCDs. And once you get to RMD age, or if you're already in RMD phase, those distributions, although tax-free, still count towards your required minimum. So it's really nice.
So before you hit 70, should there be a specific place you should be allocating that money if you want to do that?
That's where the Donor Advised Fund comes in. So the DAF you can do throughout your life. And what I really like about the DAF, the real nice feature of it is this is one place where the IRS allows you to double dip. You can donate appreciated stock into the Donor Advised Fund, and the unrealized gain that exists on that appreciated stock is not taxable to you upon that contribution.
That's why you're transferring it over into that
So that's
fund.
why you're transferring. Exactly right. You're gifting that appreciated stock to the charity. The charity then will liquidate it or sell it to cash, but the charity is tax exempt, so there's no tax consequence there. The double dipping comes in. You can still claim that donation as also a charitable deduction on your Schedule A or your itemized deductions. So you're not paying tax on the unrealized gain, but you're still allowed to claim it as a deduction, the full market value, as a deduction on Schedule A.
That is a nice feature. How early should we be taking a look at that? Right when we retire at 65?
I would say during your lifetime. The DAF you can do at any point in time during your life. And I don't think you have to wait until you get older to take advantage of this strategy. I think you could use it whenever you have highly appreciated stock in a non-qualified account. So let's just say you're in your 40s. And when you were young, in your 20s, you really loved this particular public company and you decided to go ahead and buy it. And in the last 20 years, it has taken off as far as value has gone. And so now you have this really big unrealized gain. And perhaps that position has gotten to be much larger in your portfolio than originally intended. Instead of it being 2%, maybe it's now worth 20% of your portfolio. And you're really nervous about it being that large. And so you would love to sell it, trim that position, bring it down a little bit so you can diversify within your portfolio. Great. But another option would be instead, let's utilize that value. Maybe you are charitably inclined and you tend to give to charity. Okay, well then let's go ahead and donate a portion of that stock to the DAF, and that reduces then the allocation within your portfolio. You didn't have to sell it. There's no realized gain. You still get the tax deduction. And whatever cash you would have given to the charity, writing a check out of your checkbook, deposit that cash back into your account, and then buy whatever stock it was that you wanted for diversification of the portfolio. So I don't think it's something that you have to wait to do until you get to any particular age. I think it's a strategy that always exists as long as you have high unrealized gains in a non-qualified account.
One of the many strategies we'd love to help you with here at Annex Wealth Management. Senior Wealth Manager Marilou Davido, thanks for being here today.
Thank you, Joe.
Take the first step. See what we're all about. Click the Get Started button at annexwealth.com.